Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I bought a Chinese electric golf motorcycle is what they call it. This is a Koppla Gator. General specs of this thing does around 48 miles per hour, 70-mile range is what they say. It's a 40 AH battery. It's got a 5,000 watt hub motor in the rear. And on camera, this thing's actually deceptively small. I'm actually 6'3", and you guys can see like, it's not tiny. So, and this thing's heavy, man. I almost threw my back out trying to pick this thing up and move it. Goodness gracious. So let's just get this thing out of the box and see what we're looking at. I forgot to mention this is about $4,000 or so on their website. I actually hit them up too when I was buying it, and they emailed me back and said they knew the channel, and if I want a coupon code for you guys, we could have one. So anyway, so there's that. But this was about $4,000. So let's get it unboxed and let's just see what we're looking at. But first, let's take a second out to thank today's video sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an awesome mobile game with over 600 champions now, but also a lot of sweet bosses that fight in totally unique ways. Let's take a look at one right now, Sir Galaroth, Guardian of the Arcane Keep. Unlike most of the other Potion Keep bosses, this dude is actually a pretty nice guy, tasked with protecting arcane knowledge so only the worthy can use it. So what's new in Raid? This month, Raid's got a non-stop schedule of special events and activities, including an absolutely jam-packed Halloween lineup towards the end of the month. We're talking big rewards, tournaments against other players, special fragment events to get your brand new legendary champions, including one very spooky Halloween champion, and much more. Raid's bigger, busier, and better than ever before, and there's some giant updates coming very soon, so now is the time to get in. So if you want a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen, and you'll get an epic hero, Chanaru, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. And it's that easy. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. Thank you so much, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring this video, but let's get back to it. I don't know best practice opening this up because they actually nailed it straight to the pallet. I think I'm just gonna cut the top open and then kind of just, take it out of the box. All right, moment of truth. Oh, dude, this thing is so much bigger than I expected. What? What the frick? That is, wow. This thing took up the entire box. I was completely expecting it to be like this long and then like the front tire and stuff right in here, but no. This thing is the entire length of the box. Dude, this thing is legit. The frick? Wow. Wow, I'm excited. This is something else. Dude, they even send a helmet in this thing? The frick? Dude, check this out. I got like a matte black half helmet, like a skull helmet. How about that, dude? How do I get this thing out of the box? Well, I'll figure this out. We'll just roll a time lapse and I'll figure this thing out. So here it is, the Koppla Gator. And again, on camera, it might not seem like it's that big, but this thing has some pretty good size to it. Assembly was all around not too bad. It was just the front wheel and a couple little bolt-on items here and there. Nothing crazy. Probably about 30 minutes, I would say. 30 to 45 minutes of casually putting it together. Really cool looking unit for sure. I personally am not a huge fan of like the ape hangers, but if it's for comfort, I bet this is pretty dang comfortable. So anyway, I'm gonna get it charged up. The charging port is right back here. They left the discharge wires unplugged, of course, straight from the factory out of the box. But I'm just gonna get it charged up and then we'll come back in about a couple hours probably, and then give this thing the first ride. Next, gonna give it to you. All right, so you can see here, Now I don't know, that's the, like, if I turn the thing off and on, you guys can see that's what it looks like when it's full. I think it just shows a 3, and then at the very end it just turns red. So I don't know, but all right, so let's take this out for its first ride. I'm kind of excited. A refresher, by the way, this is a 60 volt, 5,000 watt motor. So we'll see, let's see if it's any good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Now I don't know if it's just because the tires are like not pumped up enough, but like it does not, this thing does not corner. I think it's probably just because the tires aren't pumped up. I checked the tire pressure on the rear one, but the valve is leaking. So I put air in it as best as I could and then capped it, so it's probably just gonna drain out at some point. But the actual valve was leaking, like I couldn't fix that. So I didn't even bother checking the front one. So chances are the tires are not, you know, inflated enough. So I don't know. But yeah, overall it's pretty quick. Yeah, that'll stop you. Well, let's get this thing on an actual ride. I'll bring you guys along for this one and go actually like somewhere else, a little bit farther out. I'm just kind of disappointed I can't air up that rear tire. And the thing is when you need to like repair that, it's on a hub motor, so it makes it way more difficult, and shops usually don't do that kind of thing. Shops don't, I mean, last time I tried to get a tire mounted on a hub motor, the shop was basically like, never heard of that. Like, what is this voodoo? You know, like, what is this? And so I had to mount it myself. So if I need to fix that valve myself, you know. But overall, it's a nice looking bike. It looks like it's pretty well built. It is worth noting, this actually does have turn signals. They are sequential turn signals, so they don't just blink. They kind of do their little sequence thing. So, pretty cool. The headlight does have one of those halo ring lights in it, which is also cool. And it actually does have a pretty nice automotive horn. So definitely loud enough. And this red button here changes a setting on here. I'm assuming it's a power setting, but it goes 1, 2, 3. So I'm just gonna keep it on 3, and let's take it on a short test ride, see what it does. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, my first impression is I think the tires are a little bit low. It doesn't corner very well. Decently quick for a 60 volt. It's nothing, nothing crazy. Feels about like I'd imagine a Ruckus would. Definitely a fun bike. I don't know exactly what you'd actually call this thing. It's kind of like a moped, really. This is full throttle right here. We're about 40 miles per hour. Brakes work great. For a 5,000 watt motor, it feels about like it should. Nah, I don't know. I'm kind of comparing it to like a 3,000 watt motor. How I got the Chinese electric sport bike was a 3,000 watt motor with a lithium ion battery pack. That's about what this feels like. If you guys want to reference back to those videos, it does decently well. Yeah, like I'm not impressed because I'm used to riding sport bikes and actually fast stuff. But no, for a commuter, this is definitely not bad. This is definitely not bad. I'm gonna take it all the way around the like street block one time. Let's see what we can get on the speed, and then we'll call it good. And this is definitely a comfortable ride. I mean, the seat is nice. It's like a gel seat, so it's like super squishy, really nice to sit on. And just the whole riding position's kind of just like sitting in a chair. A lot of good stuff on it. A lot of good stuff on it. Now you have to you got to raise the question if it's worth $4 grand to you. If you got money to spend, this is actually a pretty dang decent commuter. I feel like this guy's gonna turn right, so I better not chance it. But yeah, it gets up there decently quick. I mean, you twist the wrist and you got a little something going on. All right, full throttle. Let's just gun it and just go all the way down the street. All right, we're at 44. They said top speed was 48. So we're at about 44 miles per hour. Not bad. I didn't GPS it, but that feels about right. I guess I could actually use a turn signal here because I actually have turn signals on this thing, but why would I do that? I'm just gonna go, you know what? I'm just gonna go in the road. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Good riding quality. I mean, I'm not sketched out at all. It feels about like you'd expect for like a moped type thing. Gets up to 44 or so miles per hour decently quickly. Yeah, overall not bad, not bad. There's not a whole lot of torque on the top range, but down low, it'll get you up to speed at, you know, quick enough. That'll keep up with traffic. Full throttle. Again, nothing crazy. It's 60 volts, 5,000 watt. So it'll keep up with traffic in the city, but it probably wouldn't blow your mind if you're trying to like race somebody off the line. But it's quick enough as just a commuter. 4,000 is like a really crappy car, so I guess it's up to you. Do you want a crappy car or do you want something like this? As far as range goes, I don't really know. Let's actually try, I'm going to put it on 1 and see if there's any difference. It probably just limits the top speed. I don't know. I don't even know if that does anything. Oh, I feel, yep, it's limited. So the little increments, yeah, just limit speed. So that was 20. I'm assuming it limits you at like 30 or 35 for the second one, and then max on number 3. Interesting. Yeah, actually pretty swaggy thing, dude. This is actually kind of a hoot to ride. This is actually pretty fun. I've never experienced a moped type thing like this, so maybe it's just unique to me as a rider, but it's actually pretty fun. It's like just sitting on a gel chair and just like wafting your way over to the grocery store or something. They did include, I think, like little saddlebags for this thing too, by the way. Now that I'm getting used to it, it's actually a lot easier to just, maybe the tires are fine. Oh, father mucker, okay. I was just saying I'm getting used to it, and then I make my first corner and yep, sketch me out. Yeah, if I had the tires aired up 100% and I was used to riding this thing around, dude, I could whip this thing and this would be fun. This would be a lot of fun. It is still a lot of fun. It's just the air in the tires. I'm gonna have to figure that out, dude. Super annoying that stupid valve started leaking, especially on the rear tire where the hub motor is. That's the worst. So, all right. Yeah, boy. This thing definitely is fun. This thing definitely is fun. But again, it's a question of whether it's worth $4,000 to you. And I'd have to definitely test the max range on this thing. But today was definitely just getting my first experience with it, first impressions kind of thing. It's actually a blast to ride. I'll just give you guys a quick little pull here. So full throttle. $30. All right. So again, that'll keep up with traffic. All right, well, that's the Koppla Gator Chinese motorcycle. Pick this bad boy up for $4,000 if you want to. Overall though, it's a fun bike. It's not, I mean, it's not like a sport bike. You're not gonna be ripping 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, obviously. But for a commuter, it's pretty cool. And good build quality. For what it is, it's basically like a Honda Ruckus, kind of just pimped out electric Honda Ruckus. Koppla actually does have US inventory, so this was shipped from the United States, so you don't have to worry about importing stuff. That was the difference between this one and the freaking electric sport bike from China. I got that one at cost around like $2,300, $2,500 or something. But again, that was like, you guys remember the story on that one. That one was a scam, and I had to go to San Francisco, do all the customs paperwork and bring it in. This one you can buy retail for about $4,000 and it's already in the United States. They just ship it straight to your door. So that makes it way easier. So it's definitely tempting to pay a little bit more just to have it shipped to your door. Whereas like if you're trying to import a Chinese motorcycle from China, almost impossible to do that and lots of stuff you don't want to have to do. So anyway, so that's it, the Koppla Gator. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys found this enjoyable. Maybe I'll do like a full range test or whatnot on it. We'll have to see. Koppla Gator, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one.